Earth unleashes a Titan-class warship. Aliens regret sending diplomats. But in the void of space, something unusual stirred, something that made the satellites in low orbit pick up strange readings. A fleet of ships, unlike anything humanity had ever seen, appeared just beyond the moon. They were sleek and metallic, polished to a shine that reflected the sun in dazzling patterns. Their shapes were unfamiliar, tall, jagged, and asymmetrical. At first, Earth scientists thought it might be some kind of natural phenomenon, a rare alignment of asteroids or energy readings. But the truth was far stranger. Alien diplomats had arrived. At the United Nations headquarters in New York, the world's leaders were glued to the live feed. The alien ships hovered silently over the planet, casting long shadows across the continents below. Their communications were calm but deliberate, translated by advanced AI programs in seconds. "Humans of Earth," the message began, "we come as envoys of the Xylar Dominion. You are primitive. Your technology is crude. Submit to our guidance and your species may be allowed to continue." The room went silent. The words were simple, but the meaning was terrifying. Earth, for all its accomplishments, had never faced anything like this. In the Pentagon, a tall woman with short, dark hair and sharp eyes leaned over a holographic map of the solar system. She was Captain Lena Kale, commander of the Earth Defense Fleet's newest spaceborne strike team. Unlike most leaders, she did not panic. "They underestimate us," she said softly, almost to herself, "and that is their first mistake." Her aide, a nervous young officer named Rami, looked at her. "Ma'am, these are Xylar diplomats. They have entire fleets capable of destroying our cities. How can we—" "Stop calling them diplomats," Lena interrupted, her voice firm. "They are scouts, and scouts are always the first to die when humans decide to fight back." Rami swallowed hard. "But our weapons are crude." "I know," Lena said. "But crude weapons can still break teeth if you know where to bite. And we do." Far above Earth, the alien ships began transmitting a more urgent message. Their towering figures could be seen through the thin atmosphere using orbital telescopes. They demanded to meet the leaders of Earth immediately or face what they called corrective measures. Earth's politicians panicked. There were debates, arguments, and even threats of surrender, but Lena had been waiting for this moment for years. She knew Earth had something the aliens could not anticipate: Project Titan. Deep beneath the Nevada desert, hidden under miles of rock, lay a ship the size of a city block. It was humanity's answer to the impossible, a machine built in secret for emergencies just like this. The Titan-class warship was a marvel of human engineering. Its hull was coated with advanced alloys, its weapons unmatched by any known alien technology, and its AI could predict enemy movements before they happened. Lena activated the ship. The Titan groaned as its engines roared to life, sending vibrations through the subterranean hangar. Lights blinked along its hull as systems checked themselves. Crew members suited up, ready to take their positions. "We go not for war," Lena said to her crew, "but for survival. If they threaten us, we show them what humans are capable of." Above, the Xylar diplomats observed with thinly veiled amusement. They did not know the Titan existed. They did not know humanity had prepared for this exact moment. In their eyes, Earth was still a backwater planet, home to soft and fragile creatures. The Titan rose from its hidden base like a slumbering giant waking from centuries of sleep. Its engines lit the night sky, visible from hundreds of miles away. Satellites recorded its ascent, and for the first time, the world below understood the scale of what humanity had built. On board the Titan, Lena felt the familiar rush of adrenaline. She had trained for this moment, although she had never imagined it would come so soon. Around her, the crew worked with precision, a silent symphony of humans at the peak of their abilities. "Captain," said Lieutenant Cairo, the ship's tactical officer, "we are within sensor range of the alien fleet. They're observing us, but there is no hostile action yet. Good, Lena replied. Let them look. Let them understand the mistake they made. The alien diplomats finally responded. Their ships moved closer, hovering in perfect formation, as if the sky itself had been carved into their order. Through their communications, a single figure appeared on Lena's screens, a tall, elegant alien with a face that seemed to shift and shimmer. Humans, it said, its voice melodic but cold, we see your primitive craft. Why do you rise to meet us? You are insignificant. Stand down or you will face consequences beyond your comprehension. We are standing up, Lena replied calmly, because humans do not kneel. The aliens paused, confused. They had never encountered a species so bold. Boldness was dangerous, yes, but stupidity like this was rare. They tried to calculate the best course of action, their quantum computers working in overdrive. You are making a grave error, the alien said. Our fleets can destroy your planet in minutes. This warship is not a warship yet, Lena cut in, her eyes narrowing. It is a warning, and warnings are dangerous when ignored. Suddenly, the Titan's weapons systems powered up. Blue energy arcs danced along its hull, scanning the alien ships with precision targeting. For the first time, the aliens realized this ship was not only massive, it was alive with human ingenuity. Is that, muttered one diplomat, its voice trembled slightly. Impossible, Lena didn't answer. She waited. The Titan had a single mission, make the aliens reconsider their arrogance. She watched as the diplomats sent another message, their tone slightly more cautious. We are envoys. There is no need for conflict. Stand down your primitive machines. I am not standing down, Lena said firmly, and we are not primitive. You will learn that soon enough. The alien ships began maneuvering, trying to analyze the Titan. They sent drones and probes scanning for weaknesses, but every probe failed. The Titan was designed to anticipate attacks, adapt in real time, and respond faster than any alien mind could predict. On Earth, people watched the events unfold in real time. News channels broadcasted the Titan's emergence, and humanity's response was unanimous. Awe. For the first time, the species they had long thought fragile stood as a beacon of strength and defiance. They came for diplomacy, Lena said quietly, and now they will see why humans are feared in the galaxy. One of the diplomats, desperate to maintain control, sent a warning: cease all action or face annihilation. We are ceasing nothing, Lena replied. We are watching, waiting, and preparing, and we are not afraid. The Titan's engines flared brighter, signaling readiness. Its massive cannons hummed with energy, though they were not yet fired. Every crew member on board felt a thrill unlike any other. This was the moment humans would be remembered, not for surrender but for courage. Captain, said Cairo, they are debating withdrawal. Some of their diplomats are questioning the decision to confront us. Let them debate, Lena said with a smile. Doubt is poison to arrogance. The aliens could not understand it. How could a species so small, so primitive in their eyes, act with such confidence? Their calculations, their strategies, even their entire history suggested humans should be easily crushed. Yet here they stood, ready, calm, and unyielding. Lena activated the Titan's final display, projecting a holographic message visible across space. We do not seek war, but we will defend ourselves. Any threat to Earth will be met with total response. Choose wisely. The aliens recoiled. Messages were sent back and forth, a frantic debate among the Xylar fleet. Humans were supposed to fear them. Humans were supposed to surrender. But now humans were a puzzle they could not solve. They will regret underestimating us, Lena said quietly. She knew the first move had been made. The Titan floated silently above Earth, waiting, watching, a symbol of human will. And far beyond the moon, in the dark void of space, the Xylar diplomats began to realize something terrifying. Earth was no longer a weak planet. Humanity had awakened a giant, and it was only the beginning. As the sun rose over the horizon of Earth, casting golden light across continents and oceans. Lena looked out from the Titan's bridge. She knew the galaxy had changed in an instant. A warship had been revealed, yes, but more than that, the world now knew that humans would never bow. The Titan-class warship, a sleeping giant no alien had predicted, had awakened, and in the silent void of space, its engines hummed a warning. "We are ready." The silence of space was deceptive. The stars shone calmly, but between them, tension crackled like electricity. Above Earth, the Xylar fleet hovered in an uneasy formation, their diplomats exchanging frantic messages. Some urged restraint. Others demanded immediate strikes, but none could ignore the colossal human warship floating in orbit, engines glowing with deadly readiness. Inside the Titan-class warship, Captain Lena Kale paced across the bridge. Her crew moved with precision, monitoring every signal, every movement of the alien fleet. Lena's eyes were sharp, scanning the readings, thinking 10 steps ahead of a race that had dominated the galaxy for centuries. "Captain," said Lieutenant Cairo, "they're preparing weapons." Energy readings indicate several large cannons charging simultaneously. They may be planning a strike on our diplomats. "Good," Lena said, her voice calm but firm. "Let them try. Let them show us their best." Cairo blinked, unsure if she was serious. "But if they attack, their firepower is massive. Our shields will hold," Lena interrupted. "Because humans do not fight like they expect. They fight smart, unpredictable, relentless, prepare the decoys." Below the Titan, Earth's people watched as the Xylar diplomats sent urgent warnings. Satellite feeds translated alien messages in real time. "Your defiance is irrational. We will not tolerate it. Stand down or face obliteration." "We are watching," Lena replied over open channels, "and waiting. Humans never surrender. We will defend ourselves and you will learn why." The aliens had assumed diplomacy would be enough to intimidate Earth. Now, for the first time, they faced a species that did not flinch at threats, a species that had built a weapon they could not destroy, and it terrified them. The first strike came without warning. One of the Xylar ships launched a barrage of energy missiles aimed directly at the Titan. The weapons moved faster than the eye could follow, glowing with deadly blue fire. On board the Titan, alarms blared. Crew members ran to stations, hands flying over controls. "Decoys activated," Lieutenant Cairo said. "They are targeting the wrong coordinates." The Titan released dozens of holographic projections, ships that mimicked its massive form. The aliens' missiles struck these illusions, exploding harmlessly in empty space. The real Titan remained untouched, silently observing. "They are confused," Lena said, a small smile on her lips. "Good. Confusion is the first step to fear." The aliens recalculated, firing again, but Lena had anticipated this. The Titan shifted course with lightning speed, engines flaring, weaving between shots in a pattern no alien algorithm could predict. Every movement was deliberate, every maneuver calculated to make the aliens doubt their own intelligence. "They are learning," said Cairo, awe in his voice. "They're beginning to realize this is not a normal human response." "They should," Lena replied. "Humans are never normal." As the battle of wits continued, Lena decided to test the limits of alien arrogance. Using the Titan's advanced sensors, she scanned the Xylar ships for weaknesses, small blind spots in their shields, slow-reacting weapon systems, and critical points near their energy cores. "Target the flagship," she ordered. "We don't destroy them. We just remind them humans can reach anywhere." A single, precise blast of electromagnetic pulse shot from the Titan, striking the alien flagship. Their systems flickered and wavered for a moment, enough to send shock through the alien fleet. Crew members inside the flagship scrambled, trying to regain control, but panic had set in. "Impossible," one diplomat hissed. "They hit us without even firing traditional weapons." "How?" "We fight smarter," Lena said over the comms, "not just harder." The aliens realized something they had never experienced before. Humans did not follow predictable patterns. Humans adapted, learned, and improvised in real time. Their technology was advanced, yes, but it was the human mind behind it that made it deadly. Meanwhile, on Earth, people watched in awe. News channels showed real-time holographic feeds of the Titan in orbit, its massive form casting shadows across the continents. Citizens cheered. Humanity had faced countless threats throughout its history, but now, in one silent moment, it had shown the galaxy that Earth would no longer bow. "They thought we would surrender," Lena said quietly, looking at the stars. "They thought they could scare us. They were wrong." Inside the Titan, crew members worked tirelessly, coordinating with smaller human frigates in low orbit. While the Titan drew the attention of the Xylar fleet, these smaller ships executed daring maneuvers, striking weak points in alien defenses, disabling drones, and rescuing human satellites that had been threatened. "They cannot anticipate us," Cairo said, shaking his head. "Every move we make breaks their strategy. And that is exactly why humans survive," Lena replied. "The aliens, desperate to regain control, sent a massive strike force directly at Earth. Thousands of energy missiles, plasma cannons, and even drone swarms moved toward the planet in a coordinated assault. The Titan and human frigates moved to intercept, weaving and striking with precision. "Prepare countermeasures," Lena ordered. "Target the drones first, then the main strike fleet. No ship gets through." The battle that followed was unlike anything the galaxy had seen. Humans used guerrilla tactics in space, ambushing the alien fleet from unexpected angles, using their own weapons against them, and exploiting blind spots the aliens thought were invincible. Each human move was unpredictable, precise, and deadly. The Xylar fleet began to falter. They had superior firepower, yes, but humans had strategy, creativity, and fearlessness on their side. Every time the aliens thought they had an advantage, humans adapted, turning their own calculations against them. On board the flagship of the Xylar Diplomats, fear spread like wildfire. The Diplomats realized that their fleet was not facing a simple species, but a species that could outthink, outmaneuver, and outfight them at every turn. "This cannot be," one diplomat said, shaking. "We have never lost so quickly, never." "They are clever," another whispered, "more than any species we have faced." Back on the Titan, Lena monitored the alien reactions. She knew fear was a powerful weapon. Humans had mastered it for centuries, whether on battlefields, in negotiations, or in survival. And now, humans had instilled fear in a species that thought itself untouchable. "Prepare a warning shot," Lena said, her eyes fixed on the flagship. "Nothing that kills, just a reminder." A single massive energy beam streaked from the Titan, stopping just short of the alien ship. The energy wave sent shudders through its hull, knocking out several systems and creating panic among the crew. "Do you see now?" Lena said over comms. "Humans are not easy to intimidate. We are relentless, and we are everywhere." The alien fleet hesitated. They were caught between pride and survival. Every second of delay was a second lost, but none dared make a decisive move. On Earth, people felt a mix of awe and pride. For decades, humans had faced challenges: climate change, wars, poverty. But now, the galaxy could see humanity at its peak. Social media exploded with messages of hope and unity. Leaders used this moment to strengthen defenses and showcase humanity's capabilities. "We are no longer a planet to fear," Lena said. "We are a planet to respect." The aliens, desperate and humiliated, began to retreat. Their diplomats sent a last message. "This is not over, humans, but your defiance is noted. We will reconsider our approach." "Good," Lena replied. "Take your lesson home. Humanity does not bend. Humanity does not yield, and humanity never forgets." Even as the alien fleet retreated, Lena knew this was only the beginning. The galaxy had seen what humans could do, but many more challenges awaited. Other species, other fleets, other threats, all would test humanity's limits. But humans had a secret weapon no alien could ever calculate. The human mind and human courage combined with unmatched creativity. The Titan-class warship was not just a machine. It was a symbol of everything humanity represented: resilience, audacity, and an unbreakable will to survive. As the stars returned to their calm state, the Titan-class warship floated silently above Earth. Its engines hummed a quiet warning to the universe. Humans were awake, humans were ready, and humans would never bow to alien arrogance. They thought they were superior, Lena whispered to her crew, but they forgot one thing. No machine, no fleet, no algorithm can ever defeat a determined human. Below, the world celebrated, but Lena already had her eyes on the next challenge. The galaxy had changed in one night. Earth had awakened a giant, and the aliens who sent their diplomats to intimidate a primitive species had learned a terrifying lesson. Humans were not to be underestimated. The galaxy had changed. For centuries, alien species had looked down on humanity, mocking its slow technology, chaotic politics, and messy, emotional ways. They thought humans would surrender when faced with the obvious superiority of alien fleets. They thought Earth was a soft, defenseless world. They had been wrong. Above Earth, the Titan-class warship floated like a silent sentinel, engines humming, its massive hull reflecting sunlight across orbit. Around it, human frigates and cruisers patrolled in tight formation, their weapons at the ready. Humanity had shown the galaxy that it would not bow. It had shown that humans were clever, ruthless when needed, and utterly unpredictable. Captain Lena Kale stood on the bridge of the Titan, looking out at the stars. The Xylar diplomats had retreated, their pride shattered, their fleets humbled. But Lena knew the galaxy was vast, and other threats were already taking notice of Earth's sudden rise in power. "They will spread the word," she said quietly to Lieutenant Cairo. "The galaxy will remember what happened here, and they will fear us," Cairo replied, his voice tinged with awe. "Every species we've encountered will know not to underestimate humanity again." "Good," Lena said. "Fear is not enough. Respect is better." "But if they threaten Earth, they will learn both." News from across Earth poured in. Every channel, every feed, every message carried the same shock and pride. Humanity had faced an alien fleet and survived. More than survived, they had outsmarted and outmaneuvered them. The Titan had become a symbol, a beacon of human ingenuity and courage. Children watched holograms of its ascent in classrooms. Scientists celebrated decades of work, finally proving that humans could compete in the galaxy. Soldiers and engineers saw a new meaning in their training. Humanity had been tested, and humanity had risen. But Lena knew celebration alone was not enough. The galaxy was still dangerous. Other civilizations were watching, calculating, and waiting. And they would not underestimate humans forever. "Captain," said Cairo, "our sensors are picking up transmissions. Other species are reacting. Some are curious, some less friendly." "Let them watch," Lena said. "Let them learn that humans do not beg, humans do not yield, and humans do not retreat. We show strength before they ever strike." Weeks passed. The Xylar diplomats returned to their homeworld, their reports filled with panic, awe, and humiliation. Every word spoke of humans as unpredictable, brilliant, and terrifyingly determined. They described the Titan-class warship in detail, its tactics, and most importantly, its crew. "This species," one diplomat wrote, "possesses a mind unlike any we have encountered. Their courage is infinite, their adaptability unmatched. We misjudged them." Humans, however, were not cruel. They had defeated the aliens without mass destruction. Humanity did not need to annihilate the fleet to prove its strength. The Titan had been a warning, and the message was clear. Earth was not a planet to be bullied. Lena addressed her crew in the warship's main hall. Her words were simple, but they resonated with everyone present. "We did not fight to destroy," she said. We fought to show that humans are capable of more than the galaxy expected. We fought to survive, and we succeeded. But this is only the beginning. The universe is large, and there will be more who doubt us. Let them. We will always rise. Her crew cheered, but there was no arrogance in their joy. They knew the responsibility that came with their power. Humanity had awakened a giant. The galaxy would not forget. Months later, Earth became a hub of interstellar diplomacy, not because humans begged or bowed, but because other species respected the threat and genius humanity had revealed. Ambassadors came, treaties were discussed, and technology exchanges began, but always under one clear rule: humans were equals and they would defend themselves without hesitation. In orbit, the Titan-class warship continued to patrol. It no longer needed to fire a shot. Its presence alone was a statement to the galaxy. Humanity had power, will, and brains to match. Every fleet, every species, every diplomat knew Earth could defend itself, and more. One day, a smaller alien scout approached near Mars. Lena's sensors picked it up immediately. The alien ship was cautious, sending a message: "We come in peace and with respect. We have learned much from humans." "Then welcome," Lena replied. "But remember this: Earth will defend itself. Humans do not bow, humans do not surrender, and humans never forget." The alien ship blinked in acknowledgement and left, carrying the story of humanity back to its homeworld. Every species that heard it would pass it on. Humanity's reputation as fearless, brilliant, and unstoppable began to grow across the stars. Despite their victories, humans remained humble. They rebuilt what needed repair, advanced their technology, and trained new generations to continue the legacy. The Titan-class warship became the first of many such vessels, each built to represent human ingenuity and resilience. "Humans are remarkable," Cairo said one day, watching a new crew practice maneuvers. "Other species may never understand us fully. And that is our advantage," Lena replied with a smile. "The galaxy expects predictability. We offer the opposite. Unpredictability is a weapon no one can calculate." Earth's leaders, scientists, and citizens realized something profound. Humanity's true strength was not just its weapons, ships, or technology. It was the human spirit itself: courage, intelligence, and creativity combined with an unyielding will to survive and thrive. Even when faced with impossible odds, humans adapted, fought, and won. That was a lesson no alien could ignore. Years passed, and the story of the Titan-class warship became legend. Other species came to respect humans not out of fear alone, but because they recognized the extraordinary nature of humanity. Humans had proven that even a single planet, when united and determined, could shape the destiny of the galaxy. Lena Kale, now older, watched from the bridge of the Titan as new human crews trained under her guidance. She remembered the first encounter with the Xylar diplomats, the arrogance in their eyes, the disbelief at human audacity. It had been a defining moment, not just for her, but for all of humanity. "They laughed at us," she whispered to herself, "but we showed them what humans can do, and they will never forget it." For the first time in centuries, humans were no longer the underdogs of the galaxy. They were innovators, warriors, and diplomats, all in one species. The galaxy had learned a hard truth: humans cannot be underestimated, ever. The Titan-class warship floated silently above the blue planet, engines glowing softly. It had not fired a single destructive shot in months. Its presence alone was a warning, a symbol, and a promise. Humanity had awakened a power no alien could calculate, no species could predict. "We came for peace," Lena said quietly, looking down at Earth. "We will always defend it, but we will never bow." Far beyond, the stars seemed brighter, almost alive, as if the universe itself acknowledged the rise of humanity. Every alien fleet, every distant observer, every corner of the galaxy now knew one unshakable truth: Earth was home to humans. Humans were clever, fearless, and unstoppable, and any who thought otherwise would regret it. And so, humanity's legend began, not through conquest or terror, but through ingenuity, courage, and unbreakable will. The galaxy had underestimated humans for centuries. That mistake would never be repeated. And in the silent void of space, the Titan-class warship floated, a sentinel of a new era, the era of humans.